Hello there, I'm Ryan Mark, and this is Showbiz Remark Up Close, another episode of Showbiz Remark meets Miss Consolacion Candidates 2025, and with me is.
Hello, Consolacionanon. I'm Edelweiss de la Cruz, your candidate number 11.
I had you introduce yourself because I didn't know how to pronounce your name. So that's Edelweiss.
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 The spelling is W, Edelweiss, but the pronunciation is Edelweiss because it's a German name.
Okay, so what's the story behind your name? That's
Well,
unique.
My name, my father gave me that name. I'm the youngest in the family and I am the only girl, so like the flower in the family. And that Edelweiss was from German and it is a flower. That's why like my father gave it to me because he thinks that as the only girl in the family, I am the flower in the family.
But he's not German.
No, he's not.
He's Filipino.
Yeah.
He's fond of German culture.
Yeah, I guess. So
Why?
I don't know why he gave me that name.
German.
Yeah, I really don't know why.
Okay. Edelweiss.
Edelweiss.
It's really unique. Because yeah, as you've said, W.
Yeah, but the pronunciation is V.
Okay. What is your personal motto?
My personal motto is conquer your fears and achieve your dreams.
What influenced that? What triggered that?
Well, actually, I'm a driven person, and at the past, like one of my biggest fear is the fear of failure. I'm a driven person, and I want to make the most of my opportunities. But as the time goes by, I realize that failure are parts of our lives, and it is how we learn and grow. That's why when I face setback, I try to reframe it as a learning experience. I analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and move forward with more determination.
Which was your latest failure?
Well, I guess my latest failure is when I was in grade 10 because I promised to my mom that um, I would I would graduate with a medal, but I graduate with a 89 89 average and like very small na lang ang kulang para.
Why did you want to graduate with a medal or with honors?
Well, I really want to personally graduate with medal because first of all, I want to make my parents proud and as the youngest in the family, like I was also part of the so-called last card because yeah, my two brothers already stopped from schooling. My elder brother was already working and my other brother was like recently stopped and just like as the youngest I want to give hope to my family that they still have me. Yeah.
Why did this stop? You got tired of it?
Yeah, I guess so. They got tired, but my elder brother, he chose to like to work na lang for to help our family financially.
So you are in school now.
Yeah.
You're taking up. You're still in.
I'm still in grade 12. Yeah.
You're still grade 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking the strand of Humanities and Social Sciences.
So eventually you will take up.
In the college, tourism.
Why?
Well, I really want tourism because actually at first my family want me to pursue nursing, but like it's something that not in my heart. Like I really want to pursue. It's either IDOC or tourism. I'm really close also to IDOC because I really wanna teach. I love teaching children and also I think my main choice as of now is tourism because like I wanna explore the world.
Okay. I would love to explore Consolacion. So tour me around Consolacion. Where shall we go?
Well, actually, just to let you know, I'm not originally from
You
Consolacion.
are from where?
I'm originally from Mandaue.
Okay.
Well, actually, the story of like why I joined why I became part of Miss Consolacion. Actually, my handler just messaged me like last minute, like before the screening, and like she told me like, okay, like, do you have a relatives in Consolacion? And I was said like, yeah, I really have a lot of relatives.
That's
in
the
Con-
requirement. You
Yeah.
have family
Yeah.
roots.
I really have
ancestors.
I have like several relatives here in Consolacion. That's why I really didn't expect that I would become part of Miss Consolacion 2025, since actually this municipality show, this is my first big show, and I was really honored to be part of this show.
But of course, when you became a official candidate of Miss Constellation 2025, you've explored the municipality already.
Actually, as of now, I didn't explore everything pa in Consolacion,
So far,
but so far,
asa
yeah,
mo mga na-visit na sa Constellation?
I didn't visit much place in Consolacion, but what I want to explore or what I want to go into is like the barangay Tolo Tolo, where the weaving is very famous. Yeah,
Okay.
because like I really wanna know how they did that thing, because of course that's their source of living, and that's very famous here in Consolacion.
You said this is your first big show.
Yeah.
So, what are your pageant titles so far? This is your first big show. So you've joined other pageants already.
Yeah, I already joined.
Barangay pageants.
No, I'm several. Actually, I start joining pageant last year, recently last year. Then first it starts at our sitio in Mandaue, and I was crowned as Miss Alang Alang 2025, 2024. Then after that, I joined in our school. Then I crowned as Miss Compre 2024 first runner up.
Why should you be crowned Miss Consolation?
I think I should be crowned as Miss Consolacion because I know for myself that only one of us can win the crown. However, I always believe that winning is not just always about wearing the crown. It is about the journey and the lesson that we learn along the way. And also, aside from wearing the crown, I really wanna have a big platform for me to speak and for me to share my advocacy and to inspire others.
What is your advocacy?
Well, actually, my advocacy is very different from others because my advocacy is focusing on providing compassion, respect, and improved care for our senior citizens.
Yeah, interesting. I remember reading your profile. Why that advocacy?
Well, that advocacy is very deeply personal to me because as a granddaughter and as a caregiver and as an advocate of our elders who have quietly built the foundations we now stand on. Well, my late grandmother, whom I love dearly, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And in the final chapters of her life, I became her primary caregiver. And it was during those precious and painful moments that I realized our elders are not burdens. They are blessings because they are the storytellers, the wisdom keepers, and the quiet heroes who have given so much yet often receive so little in return. That's why my advocacy is clearly to promote compassion, respect, and improved care for our senior citizens. Because as what I have seen, many seniors felt lonely and don't get the care they need. And to address this issue, I would like to raise awareness and also to like I would like to raise awareness and also to help those platforms who are like raising healthcare for our seniors. And also I would like to teach our youth not just to care but also to connect, because like my late grandmother may no longer be here, but her memory walks with me every day. She inspires me to speak for those who often go unheard. And with that, I'm sharing this advocacy of mine not just for my grandmother, but for every lolo and lola who deserves dignity in their golden years.
What can we expect? What will you do
What will I do for that
in
advocacy?
relation to your advocacy?
Well, actually, I have an idol, which is Mika Salamanca. She was recently won as the PBB Big Winner. Yeah,
Collab.
and yeah, Collab, PBB Collab. Actually, I was really inspired by what she did, and she was also one of my inspiration to make this advocacy because as she stepped onto the outside world, the first thing she did is she offered her prize, which is the 1 million peso, to a charity for seniors. And as someone who idolized her, I was also really touched by what she did.
So you will also offer part of your prize if you will win to a home for the aged.
Well, actually, I am planning for that, and soon enough, if I was capable and I am already financially stable, I really wanna do that.
Because I also need a support, financial support. No, just kidding. Let's have questions from your co-candidates and then some. What do you love most about yourself?
Well, what I love most about myself is my confidence and my how strong I am because actually when I was a child, I was really already passionate about pageantry, but I was held back because of because I was scared because like my own relatives I experienced being criticized by my own relatives and that was really the hardest part of being like I was just a child who dreamed to become a beauty queen and you know that some of them told me that you're not capable of doing so. That's why I'm here today because not just to and aside from to uplift and inspire others, I really wanna let them know that I am capable.
How did you handle the criticisms back then?
Well, how I handle criticism. Well, criticisms is really hard. It's really hard to handle. But for me, I don't like I don't put it on my mind or like I don't hold grudge on those people who criticize me. What I did is that I drive myself in the power of motivation that I've got from those people who believe in me. And also I believe in myself because I know that every small steps that I make can make me closer to my dreams.
Aside from Mika Salamanca, who else are your idols or your inspirations?
Well, aside from Mika Salamanca, my idol is number one idol is of course my mom. Of course, she was the one who inspires me to pursue that dream of yours because she believes in me and she believes in my capabilities that she always told me that God bring me this far not just to be this far. She brings me here because she has a purpose for me.
So, what
He-
is your biggest dream?
Well, my biggest dream for now is to be financially stable and give my family the life they never experienced.
Tell us about that life that you've never experienced. What kind of life is that?
Well, the kind of life that we never experienced, we're actually not financially stable. And also, when I was young, I actually heard some like like in our families we are someone who's in the low part then in the lower part then of course as the youngest like I heard some like chica of my family of my relatives they were talking about my mom they were talking about my dad they were talking about everything that happens in our family and I was like why do they do that like I was really I am I empathize to my parents because it's not easy to be a parent and I know to myself that they did everything just to provide for our needs and me I am very thankful that they are my parents because even if they have nothing they will my especially my mother she will definitely do everything just to support us. And actually, my mother, in the pandemic time, my mother actually joined any work. She became a helper. She became as in so many work she's been. And I was so I'm as a daughter, I'm very proud of her.
So, what did you do then during the pandemic to help your family?
Well, during the pandemic, to help my family, what I did is that I sell in our barangay. I sell cantonan. Yeah, and I was the one who cook. I was the one mutinda. Yes, and that's what something that I do to help my family.
Aside from canton, what else can you cook?
What else can I cook? Actually, I can cook humba. I can,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, but not so many because my father really loves cooking. And actually, just to tell you a story, I don't eat vegetables.
Really? I
Yeah,
have a friend who does not eat vegetable.
I don't
Hello.
I don't eat vegetables, but when my father was the one who cooked it, I will definitely eat all
Why?
of that. I don't know. It's just
What's
that
in that cooking?
I don't know. It's just that there's something in his cooking that I don't know. I can really like. I can clean the plate. I can clean the plate just for like. Also, as a daughter, I don't know if if anyone would cook vegetables. I don't like it. But when my father was the one who cooked it, I really love.
Okay, you can do humba. What else?
Well, aside from humba, what I did is like the tinula na isda. Yeah.
That is simple. What are your hobbies?
Well, actually, my hobbies when I'm bored is actually I'm fond of watching K dramas. I'm really a
Who's your idol?
I don't know how to pronounce its name, but it's Chen Juan.
What's it's Salida or drama, the K drama?
Well, the K drama that I recently I know is like the Hidden Love, which he was the lead man. And actually, it was really nice, and I just wanna tell you all that you must watch that K drama. It was really nice. I C drama. It was really nice.
C drama?
Yeah,
That's Chinese?
yeah, C drama.
Chinese drama. The last K drama that I watched was Beyond the Bar. You should watch that.
Beyond the Bar.
Interesting. Lawyers, about lawyers. Okay, another question.
Ay,
You can't read my penmanship. If you could talk to someone who's already in heaven, famous or not, who would it be and why? That is from Cassandra.
if I could talk someone from heaven, famous or not, that would be my grandmother. Well, definitely, I grow up with my father alone. I'm someone who's not very close to my grandparents, but when the crisis came, when my grandmother experienced stage 4 cancer, I didn't hesitate to be her caregiver, even though I'm not that close to her.
What's the lesson that you've learned from your grandma?
Well, the lesson that I've learned from my grandmother is that even if how you know how even if how hard life is, you should continue. You should continue, and you should dream high, because my mother once told me that I should always be kind, because beyond culture, beyond language, kindness is universal, and kindness is something that is free to give but priceless to receive.
What are your talents? I'm just curious.
Actually, I'm talentless.
You can't be talentless. You can sing,
No, I can.
dance.
I can dance a little bit. Yeah, but I'm not confident.
Last question from here. What's something people might be surprised to know about you?
Well, what's something that people might be surprised about me is, I guess it's that I have many insecurities, because people often I often receive compliments, especially in our school, that I know it's very common na someone would compliment you physically, but they didn't know the struggles I've been with inside of me. I have many insecurities, especially in my skin.
You
And
don't like your skin
no,
color?
I like my skin color. It's just that the scars I have many scars, and it's something that also, every time I have a pageant, I really cover that. It is like my main insecurity.
Aside from that,
Aside from that, my teeth.
because
Because I have like an ano here sapaw. Then also my teeth here like there was a missing part. And soon enough, if I have the money already, I really wanna do veneers.
when are you the happiest?
When I am the happiest, well, I am the happiest when I make my parents proud because that is really like my main mission in life. I really wanna see them. I really wanna succeed in life to make them proud and also to make them think that to give them more hope that they still have me. Yeah.
Okay, that's some questions from me. Hashtag on consolation.
Well, hashtag on cancellation. When I heard the word on cancellation, what first thing that comes in my mind is padayon consolation because I really wanna reflect that in myself that actually consolation is a top one municipality. Yes, and it was very a nice experience to be part of Miss Consolacion 2025. On and on Consolacion is that it's not that about I want to tell that even if we're already in a top one municipality, we still need to do progress. But as we do our progress, we should always like look back in our culture. We should always look back in something that reminds us or something that makes us as Consolacionanos.
Would you want Consolation to become a city?
Actually, I really want to become. So I really want Consolacion to become a city because when Consolacion becomes a city, it would open so many opportunities and in progress and livelihood and also in the development of our people. But like as what I've said earlier, as we embrace progress, we should always look back on something that reminds us as Consolacionanos.
Okay. If there is one great Consolacionanon who has already died, but you want to appear in your dream, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Actually, if there is one great Consolacionanon who died and I wanna appear in my dream, it would be that traffic enforcer who committed suicide. I just recently heard the news from my co-candidates and I was like really when I hear that suicide thing, like I became something interesting. Like I really want her to appear in my dreams to know if why he committed suicide. She was like they tell me that she was known for something that was really jolly traffic enforcer. But suddenly it was news out that he committed suicide, and I really want her to appear in my dream to know if like what are the reasons why he committed suicide because we won't really never know because there are some people that is very joyful that is very happy outside but we don't know what they feel inside of them. That's why I really want to know.
What do you do when you are sad?
Actually, what I do when I sad is just like it's not that I'm running from the situation, but what I did is like I don't do much things. Like what I really did is like I just use my phone. I scroll in TikTok, especially in Instagram, because there were like many quotes that you can read, and especially in Instagram, like I don't know why, but when I'm sad, like everything that would appear in my FYP, it would really relate to my situation.
Okay. What's your favorite quote or saying
Well,
from Facebook or from social media?
well, actually, my favorite quote is that success is not final and failure is not final.
Why?
Success is not final, failure is not final. Well, well, it doesn't mean that if you, in pageantry as someone who's passionate in pageantry I can really apply that quote because like even if you win several titles it doesn't mean that you are above in anyone who's been yeah And also, I believe that failure is not final because even if you fail in life, you always have if you have the courage, you can still bounce back anytime.
Okay, go, go, go. Last question from here. Which is the worst problem? Flooding or fake news? Why?
Which is the worst problem, flooding or fake news? Well, I guess the worst
Worst.
problem is flooding because fake news could be addressed. Fake news, we can educate people to know what they should and what they should not post. But when it comes to flooding, which is like the recent issue in our community faces today, well, I really wanna said to those our leaders that leadership is a sacred trust, not a personal privilege, and that those money that they've got from corrupting, they should meant to save lives. They should meant to save lives, not to satisfy their own their own wants. And also, we should like let our street floods with kindness, integrity, and compassion, not with dirty waters.
Okay, you invite them to watch your activities, for your pageant activities.
So, hello, Consolacion Nanon. You should watch Miss Consolacion 2025 Talents Night in October 11, and the Coronation Night is in October 25. See you guys. Thanks
Good
for
luck, good
exciting.
luck, good luck.
Thank
May
you.
you win the crown.
Thank you so much. I hope so. Manifesting.
Yes, yes, you should manifest. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ryan Mark, and that was Showbiz Remark Up Close. Bye.